So happy to be back in New York, where I lived for so long, and we're here at the beautiful home of Eunice Hbyun. She's the co-founder and CEO of Material Kitchen, one of my personal favorite homewares companies with just such a spectacular mission.
So we're gonna do one of my favorite Korean dishes. It's called 된장찌개, and it's made of soybean paste, but you put all these yummy different vegetables in it. What I love about it is it really starts with an incredible dashi broth, and I know that you love a good dashi. And so, yeah, it's one of those comfort dishes for me.
For those who may not know, tell us what dashi is.
The best way to think about it is it's a water replacement for a lot of different dishes, because it just has this really great depth of flavor to it, and it's so simple to make. You need kombu, which is basically dried seaweed. I usually put shiitake in the actual stew that we're making today, but I like using the stems. There's like a saltiness to it. It's got a little bit of that fermented flavor. And so as I got older, it just became one of those dishes that really symbolized home. And so I fell in love with it like more and more and more the longer I was out of the house. Exactly.
Do you like my little shiitake tower?
I love how organized we got right there. It was like, let's stack it.
Kitchen culture, kitchen culture. Oh, these knives, they're so smooth.
We really do think about longevity and how that's a form of sustainability. This peeler actually comes with a replaceable blade. Invest in high quality materials from the start, and you should be able to afford them too.
And we talked about that being, right, quality being the idea of sustainability. Less is more, quality over everything. How does that also breathe into the culture and the products of Material Kitchen?
First and foremost, when we go through the design process, we say, what are the most important things that a home cook is gonna need? So curate it down, edit it down. Don't have them buy more than they really need. Because if it's just gonna collect dust in your kitchen, you shouldn't own it, right? Yeah. And so we start there, and then it comes down to the actual quality of the material. And so you don't actually have to, again, go graduate up and eventually get a copper cookware set. It's something that you can have now, and you should have now, because it's really gonna stand the test of time. Yes.
I call it a non-trash bowl because this will be composted and or put into vegetable stock.
Most Korean dishes I feel like are pretty spicy, but what's great about this one is you can decide how spicy you would make it by adding jalapenos into it, or you can also make it spicy with gochujang, which is a red pepper paste. My parents immigrated from Korea, and my grandfather ended up in Kansas of all places, and he was probably like 63 years old or something, and he decided to open up a restaurant. My dad helped him for a little bit, then moved to San Diego, which is where I grew up, and opened up his own restaurant. I just loved the kitchen, and I was that kid who would come home from school and make like a yakisoba dish or steam an artichoke, like we were talking about earlier.
She's the 11-year-old creating gourmet afternoon snacks. I think you can really see that in the products too. The utility and the thoughtfulness of what a commercial kitchen would bring to a home.
Home cooks and of all varying talents and skill levels are really deserving of good materials. And that's everything from the raw materials that are being utilized, but also like designs that they love and that excite them. Yeah, so we have that nice, it's almost like a golden color.
Really beautiful. You don't want to have those in there when you make your stew or your soup.
Yeah, for sure. Here, do you want to try some?
Oh, sure.
That way.
Little chef snack. I mean, it's amazing. So good.
Oh, we chopped everything up, and we're just gonna put it into the dashi broth. And then we're actually gonna season it with this samjang, which is a blend of doenjang and gochujang. It's from this amazing brand called Potluck, but just smell that.
Ooh, wait, I might need to take just a plain
100%.
Everyone has the craziest condiments, and it's the best.
Oh my God.
Great to mix and match, try them.
Isn't that so good?
It was really good.
So it's the doenjang and the gochujang. So doenjang is more of the soybean, fermented soybean. Gochujang is a red pepper.
Got that heat.
Yes. And then a little bit of sesame oil, perilla seeds, and a little bit of garlic. So that's what I like about this, is it's almost got some of the seasoning already in it, so that when we put it in, you can add a little bit more sesame oil to taste, but this is just a great thing to do. You add that later at the end.
And you just cook it till it's all tender.
Yeah, it's so easy. Gochujang is our red pepper paste. So this is gonna be all heat. You can smell it, right?
Yeah.
It's like, it's got that like smokiness to it. So try some of that.
I'm gonna be gentler with this taste.
Yeah. And it is, I kid you not, the best thing to have with fresh vegetables. And you just dip it right in, almost like you would like any dressing. Yeah.
I mean, upcycling, I feel like, is the word of the year, and I hear that all the time, but you know, how did that start? Was that something in your family that you learned? And then how do you sort of think about that as you pass it to your company, to your, you know, your kids?
Yeah.
How do you think about that? Because I do think this sort of whole vegetable cooking is my dream for every household, to show it's accessible, it's affordable, it creates amazing flavor. And it is what a lot of kitchen culture is about.
Yes, yeah. You know, honestly, I think a lot of it was growing up in an immigrant family. And, you know, having my mom, I just remember she knew how to make things go a really, like, stretch things, right? And that was just inherently how she grew up. She grew up, you know, after the Korean War. It was around, you know, that time. And so if you really think about the history in Korea, it's now such this incredibly developed country, but growing up, it was not like that. It was not the soul that it is today. And so I think there's just so much inherent in her own childhood and how they would think about, you know, how do you use the whole of everything and how do you be really resourceful?
You know, I know it's a base of your company and your ethos, but I love what you shared even about your mom and your history, because I do think there's so much of this, oh, sustainability is for the people who can afford it, when really it has to be all of us. It has to be for all, because we won't have anything in the future if we don't.
There's such fear in, oh my gosh, if I'm gonna do it, I have to go big and I have to fully commit. If a plastic cutting board is like a must-have in your kitchen, well then how do we make it more responsible, more sustainable? So we spent a little over a year trying to find the perfect material that is made of 75% recycled plastic, 25% renewable sugar cane.
Some people are gonna say, oh, I'm wood block all the way, you know. A lot of us chefs are like,
100%.
But I also agree, you can't pull people so far out of their routine, what they know, because you want them to go along with the journey. Get a little kitchen bin on your counter and bring it to your grain market. Everyone has a farmer's market. Most farmer's markets offer some sort of collection, because those farms do have scale to collect it all.
It's just kind of building it to taste.
But that's also when you know, right, that you have a high quality product.
Yes, for sure.
You can see, taste, and feel the ingredients.
For sure. Different ways to do this. I like mine, again, a little like on the chunkier side. But if you go to certain Korean restaurants or different households, like they like it a little bit more frothy. But
do you know that your mom's an amazing cook?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So that's that.
And like really took
no time.
30 minutes?
Right.
Maybe 20 minutes?
Chop it up.
I love the like Food Network, you know, 30-minute meals. I'm like, 30-minute meal. We're gonna go a little different today.
Yeah. Oh, I love this.
I just love a little bit of a hit. Avocado oil obviously has so many amazing healing qualities. You can smell it. It's just insane.
So let's give it a taste.
I'm ready to move into your living room. I fit perfectly on this couch, I'm just saying.
I know. It's like our lounging area.
I got off a red eye and I went straight to the Unionsburg Farmers Market. So beautiful.
Sure, there's a traditional way of making it, and this is kind of playing off of that. And as long as you've got that dashi broth, as long as you've got the great taste.
Less is more.
Yes.
Buy the right condiment.
100%.
You just taste the difference, especially in food.
Yeah.
No cleanup. That's the kind of dish I like. Oh, this is so good. You were good.